I'm Shayla, this is my YouTube channel, congratulations on finding it. I like making lists, I like reading books, this is those things combined. This is a list of 10 books, most of them I read as a child, that have changed my perspective or that I just will never throw out because they're awesome. And yes, shall we begin? In no particular order, number 1. The Pearl of Tiger Bay by Gabrielle Wang. She is an Australian author, children's book. I read this when I was 8 or 9 and I don't really remember what the storyline is about. I'm sorry, I haven't read it in a very long time, but I remember how it made me feel. And it was just, it's about a girl moving to a town with lots of sad secrets and making friends that she didn't expect and reviving old buildings, and it's a very good book, and so good in fact that I stole it from my school library, had to rip the sticker off. I was 10, don't judge me, I'm sorry. You can have it back if I can remember. Yeah, anyway. Book, good. The next book is called The Pearl of Tiger Bay by Marcus Zusak. And I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name. I'm sorry if I offended you. But this book is set in Nazi Germany in World War II, obviously. And it's about a girl named Liesel who loves books, and she is in a foster family, and the family houses a Jew in their basement named Max, and they're a German family, and it's amazing, and it's sad in parts, and the narration is excellent, and I didn't not expect it, but it's just good, okay? Read this one too. This got me through the World War II and Germany module of my modern history course, so just kept putting the characters into the events. It's a good book, definitely a good book. It was recommended to me by the ladies in my local bookshop, so thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Maybe I can turn the favour sometime. The next one on the list is fairy tales, because what's a list without fairy tale? Hans Christian Andersen specifically. I have read fairy tales all my life, especially his. My favourite was The Tin Soldier growing up, and I used to Google them and look for like direct translations because they're better than the watered down or Disneyfied versions. And Hans Christian Andersen is amazing. This book is amazing. It smells amazing. Just, yeah. My mum got it for me for my 15th. And, yeah. Fairy tales are awesome. They're really, really awesome. And I really like this version of The Little Mermaid, even if it is sad and more twisty. But, yeah. Disney's still good, though. I'm not dissing Disney. I love Disney. But this is better. And the next one on my list is Narnia, specifically The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, because I love it. And this I think this inspired me to be a writer, or at least like a children's fantasy kind of writer. I've always wanted to be a writer. This is the movie cover, and I don't really like movie covers, but someone gave this to me. I've read it a lot of times. This is all of the books in one edition, but The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is definitely my favourite. I read it when I was very young. I think it was read to me when I was 5 or 6, maybe 7. It's very, very good. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because I think most people already know if you haven't seen the movies. The movies are okay, but books, just yes. The next one is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. He's a YouTuber and he is really, really amazing. And his books and characterization is awesome. And The Fault in Our Stars is definitely my favourite of his books. It's his newest one. And oh my god, I don't even know what to say about it. I went in knowing nothing about the book when I read it, so I'm not going to tell you anything. Just trust me on that. Just leave now. Don't even watch the end of the video. Just go get that book. Nah, watch the end of the video. Please watch the end of the video. The next one is Emily Rhoda, because, you know, what's children's books without Emily Rhoda? I don't know, I'm bad at last names, but Rondo. I know Deltora Quest is her most famous, but I never finished them all. I got about halfway through and stopped, so Rondo, The Key to Rondo it's an amazing book. I love the world building in this book, same as Narnia. And it's about two cousins who don't really like each other, and they inherit a music box and get dragged into this world within the music box, and it incorporates fairy tales, which I love, and I say "and" a lot, but it's a good book. Just trust me on that one. I only read this a couple of years ago, so even for slightly older readers, it's alright. It has some pretty pictures in there too, every now and then. Yeah, I like this one. The next one is another What Would a List Be without Roald Dahl. Everybody knows Roald Dahl. This is Matilda. Matilda specifically because Miss Honey is what made me want to become a teacher. Now I'm aware that teachers can't exactly be like Miss Honey and still be like a decent teacher. But, you know, I love this book, and I love all of Roald Dahl's books. I have quite a few of them here, if you can tell. But Matilda is the one that most deserves to be on this list, even if I like The Witches as well. Yep. I'm gonna stop talking. I could talk about these books all day. I might actually do that one day, just make a video about every single Roald Dahl book ever, just review them all. How would anyone watch that? Is anyone watching this? Good question, huh? I'm gonna stop doing this now. We're stopping. We're getting the next book now, another John Green book, Looking for Alaska. This was John's first book. I advised reading this one actually before The Fault in Our Stars because it's not as good, and I think it's underappreciated if you read the other one first because, I don't know, this is just, it's a good book. Definitely has the essence of Holden Caulfield from The Catcher in the Rye. It kind of inspired me to read more classics just because of the way that it's written. And I love the characters. Like, they're not particularly likeable either. Like, they're not overly likeable characters. But it's still an excellent story. And I was still hugely affected by the book. And it's set, the chapters are set however many days before the event and then however many days after the event. And I'm not going to tell you anything more about it. It's definitely one that everybody should read at some point, and it's a shame that it's been banned from high schools. Not mine, yay. And the last book was Pavana. I don't actually have a copy of it. I was going to steal it from my school library when I was like 10 or 11, but they caught me, so I didn't. I was quite a book thief. It's about a girl named Pavana who lives in Afghanistan, and her family's being controlled by the Taliban, and it's very sad and it's very raw and it's very real, and it's amazingly written. And I read it first when I was in 4th grade and then again in 9th, and I really appreciate this novel. And I think it gave me the empathy that I have for boat people and asylum seekers and stuff, because it's something that will never ever leave my mind. I will remember this book for eternity, and I'm going to buy a copy of it when I find one. I can't even find it like properly on Amazon, and that makes me sad. But yeah, so this is my list, and Pavana is the big one, but this is my list, and I've written a blog post about it. I posted that last night, so that I'll put the link in the below bar, so feel free to watch that, and all my other videos. I am planning on making more, and yeah, so yep. I'm really bad at ending these things. Somebody please like give me an outro or something, just something I can say to make it go away. I'm shutting up now. I am turning off the camera. Look, turning off the camera. Bye.